Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. I'm with Deneen. Where was Skinny Deneen?
Stop. It's
What
so
you said
mean.
you wanted to talk about it before.
No, I don't want to talk about
Why
it.
not? She deleted her other Instagram post from her page. Tell us why.
Because I was going through a rough time in life and I was depressed and I was heavier, so I didn't want to look at them anymore.
Now she's not depressed.
No, now we're thriving.
Bring back
Strong.
Thick Deneen.
No,
Start a whole
James.
campaign.
Deneen is like Pilates girl now.
Yep.
She's very fit. You don't drink that much anymore,
I
right?
don't drink as much anymore.
Is that because
still
I stopped
drink.
drinking?
No, that's because I'm
I
not
know-
in that relationship anymore.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Toxic relationship, alcohol abuse.
Toxicity. Yeah.
You do better hair now because you're not drinking?
Sometimes I think I do better here when I'm drinking.
I have to admit,
Like I've done some friends' hair at home while we're drinking, and
it's very
I
artistic.
can't replicate it when I'm sober.
I remember when I was like 21-ish, those first couple years of drinking,
Oh,
and still blacked out in the morning going to the salon.
okay. I didn't do that.
Like really rough mornings.
I've definitely had rough mornings.
Maybe not
but
blacked out, but like I don't think I really delivered a good result that way. I may have, but
They're still asking
like, do you ever
for
smell? You ever smell vodka on a client like in the
Yes.
morning of?
Yes,
and
actually, my Uber driver the other day smelled like it was so bad, and he looked like Bob Ross.
What did you?
We reported him, and they didn't care.
What did you take an Uber to? Is
Arca in Lincoln Park.
that a bar?
It's a
It's
restaurant.
my
bar.
neighborhood.
How was it?
Delicious. Everybody should go.
What's
And
it
then
called?
I should
Arca?
get paid for this sponsorship.
Perfect. Arca, if you're paying attention, please sponsor Deneen. I want to talk more about like your transformation in terms of as a mature adult now. Behind the chair. Yeah, I think you're a mature adult.
Okay.
I think you're very much thriving. And I think in a world, in an industry where people don't thrive as well as you're doing right now, I got to give you a fist bump.
Wow.
Props.
Everybody see that?
Yeah, you're like in such a good mood all the time.
My clients. That's. I feel like that was a little
Not
offensive.
not that you were in a bad mood ever. You're always
It's
happy
my
to
resting
Deneen.
bitch face.
But I feel like life has thrown you so many curveballs, and it's like you just fucking take them on the
Doesn't
chin.
mean I don't go home and I'm
Right.
depressed. Like I'm giggling now, but call me at 8 p.m. Might not be. No. I don't know. I feel like I'm just have such a close relationship with all my clients that like it's like seeing
Yeah.
friends all day long.
What do you contribute a lot of your happiness to? Not like I can't say happiness because you're always in a good mood. Like whether you cried home at night yourself to sleep, but you typically are always in a good mood, and it's rare to see today that people are always just kind of chill and in a good mood all the time. Pilates, do you owe it to?
Pilates definitely
Working out,
clears your mind.
not drinking.
Not drinking as much, and I don't know. I feel like I just have my career to focus on right now. So
Because I love this conversation with you because I'm goal oriented and you're not.
I'm so not.
And it's the complete opposite of who I am. And you still accomplish things. You still are busy.
Remember that he said this.
Yeah, no, hold on. It's nice to have a target. I'm a big believer in target. But there comes a time in your life where sometimes it's okay to be content for a moment of time. Not typically me, because I'm not really content all the time. But you are just the opposite of how I am. And you're showing me that it's cool to be content and happy without having to constantly always strive for a bigger goal
Yeah.
and still attain a certain level of success, which you're doing.
Because that gives me anxiety.
And it's like I'm actually handling the Google reviews, which she got all her clients to leave her a review on, and they're all calling now.
Thank you.
So where do you figure out, like, because you don't post all the time,
I literally haven't posted since like May, probably.
and you still get new clients calling and booking for you?
Yes.
Where do you think that comes from?
Well, definitely Google, but just I think it's the clientele that I bring in. They're my walking billboards like it used to be.
Yeah.
It's not just, yes, there's social media and all of that. That definitely help, but I just don't have that drive to do that. I take terrible pictures. They're awful. They
You want a
look,
picture class?
I still would probably suck, but
Why?
sure. Because I don't care.
So
To be blunt, I literally don't care. Because I know they look good in person, and they're
That's
going to
really all that
tell all their
matters.
friends.
well, that is the
Everybody
thing.
stops them and asks
Here's
them
the
where
thing.
they get their hair done.
The girls out there who are really good at pictures, a lot of times their work does not look
No,
good.
It literally doesn't look like that
Yeah.
in person.
So
They're photoshopping their face and their hair and thickening it. Like
that's not their hair.
nobody's going to always leave looking like that.
So not focusing on social media. Not that you neglect it completely, because
No.
we
I
market a little bit in the
honestly,
salon.
when I see like funny memes, I post them. My clients love that.
Yeah. It's the word of mouth, though. And I
Yeah.
think people are stepping away from the reality of how you build a business behind the chair, and they forgot about the person-to-person aspect of it,
Yeah.
because you do have a great relationship with your clients. Like, I'll see her in the salon, and she's like laughing, having a good time.
Yeah. Like we're not
It's
just always so serious.
it's genuine, though.
Yeah.
Super, super genuine. And this whole thing I talk about is personality and your product, your service you provide. So Deneen provides a good product. Like, your service is good. You're good at doing hair. But you're also, your personality is, I think, your the area where you thrive in, because you're super
Are you
likable.
telling me my clients only come to me because I'm funny?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. But some people out there are so focused on just taking a good picture and just being so professional, and they forgot the personal aspect of actually making this fun.
That's like what my clients love to come for. They love to come and either just vent or talk. And I feel like I know everything about all my clients. Like we're just
Do they
so
like our
close.
atmosphere in the salon? Like, do they like,
Yes.
yeah,
It's much better.
yeah. Is it like chill?
Yes.
Because I try not to make a salon environment so it's too stuffy.
No,
And
we're not stuffy.
No, but I still want to be upscale and luxury, but not bougie
Yeah.
and stuck up.
No, they don't feel that way.
Cool.
No, nobody.
What can we do to make the salon better? I want to know. Put me on blast right now.
Well, I always say Nick should be there more.
I was there this morning. We talked about that for like a half hour.
There was literally nothing going on.
But I will be there more.
I don't know.
Are you happy in the salon?
I am happy in the salon.
For owners watching, because you're not an owner, like, she's one of my team members, and I'm not a boss. She calls me boss all the time, and I hate when you call me
It's
that.
just easy to be like, he's my boss.
I'm not your boss. You call me daddy if you want, but
When I need something done, you're who I call.
yeah. What could I do better? What can owners from your past, compared to me, I don't like comparison, but what do I do better? What can I improve on that they did that you really like that I could implement in my strategies of being an owner?
I don't think they did a lot of things that I did like,
Yeah.
to be
Which
honest.
is why you're here.
Um,
Would you say in the
I
salon
mean-
more? Do you want me in there physically more, like just hanging out and laughing?
or just like, yeah, just like present. Like we text Nick and his phone's on Do Not Disturb, and you hit notify anyway, and you still don't know when you're hear back from him.
That's not a good thing.
No. What if something is like an emergency?
I have to
I
get
mean,
another
it's not
number.
that much of an
Yeah.
emergency, obviously, but sometimes we just need your input.
So I'll have to unlock you then from my phone so you can call me. But a lot of times I'm filming, so like right now, if you were calling me, you wouldn't go through.
Yeah, I know.
You know who loves that? Dana.
Well, yeah, I say that all the time. God bless Dana. Put her in
So,
a special place.
Here's the deal. I'm still learning how to juggle this coaching business that I have, also the online store, also being a good leader, and also multiple locations, which is kind of like I did all this in like the last, year and a half to 2 years, all at once.
It's a lot.
So, now I feel like my foot's off the gas a little bit and everything's kind of flowing for me. I'm also
Okay.
trying to buy a new house too. So I'm going to throw that in the mix.
Where are we going?
But I feel like Chester, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
Can't wait for
spare
the
room for one.
housewarming party.
It's going to be a banger. Trust me. But I feel like I had to go so far right to come back to the middle again to get the businesses and the knowledge you
I
need.
feel like that's also just the person you are. Like
Extreme.
you said before. Yeah, like you either do it nothing or you're
Everything.
going
Balls to the
0
wall.
to 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing
say that.
nothing is not in Nick's vocabulary.
I know doing nothing isn't in Nick's
Yeah,
vocabulary,
but
but
I think like trying to show up for you guys 100% and show up everywhere 100% was the challenge.
well,
and
I
it's like-
feel like that's almost impossible. You have to like
It
have a
is.
little leeway somewhere.
But I feel like now I'm able to do
Coasting.
both.
Are you
think so.
plateaued?
No.
I was gonna say,
I'm getting
so
more
not like
Deneen in
you.
my life though. Like,
You're welcome.
it's okay not to be like, all right, 200 million a year is my goal. But
But like today, we could take it easy.
today.
You know, relax.
So here's what I've been doing. It might help you out. Sprints. So not like running outside. I
Oh.
mean, like
was
from 2 weeks now, I'm going to fucking just crush it. Focus on one area. Like right now, I'm focused on Facebook ads for the salon. So the
You're
next 2
saying,
weeks,
like within the next. Okay.
so every day, it's my primary goal. Then, all right, maybe take a day or two, take a look at what else I have going on. All right, next area is Google again. The next area will
Sounds
be,
like you have ADD.
I had
like you just
big shot of espresso before this. And I felt like I'm more focused doing that than trying to focus on all of it all at once, getting nothing done, and
Like a little here, a
making
little
everybody
there.
unhappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So managing my energy was important for me.
Yes.
And I think the 12 questions when I asked you guys, like, hey, how can I do better?
That's what my answers were.
They were like, you're awesome. You're the best. No, it was like, be present more,
Yeah.
show up more. And I felt like as a team, the way we structure salon is giving you so much freedom. And I feel like maybe having all that freedom isn't the best answer because you do need a little structure.
Yeah, I think every salon needs some sort of structure because then it almost becomes like
A free for all.
a free for all, and some people get away with some things and some people don't, and it's just like unfair. And some people pull a lot more weight than others, and it's then you start like
So from
Presenting
your
people.
viewpoint of being a stylist behind the chair in the salon, how do we fix that?
rules and actually stick to them.
So you like rules then?
I like a little bit of a structure, like
Okay.
you know.
So I feel like we're getting
I
better
can't
with the
think
standards.
of a rule right now, but I'm sure there's one.
Biggest pain point in the salon. What do you think it is?
Biggest what?
Pain point. Like if we could solve the one thing, if we could fix one thing in the salon right now, like whether it's petty or not petty, or it's getting bigger ice cubes for the fucking drinks we serve.
We could use some Pinot Grigio right now.
All right.
um,
Maybe a system in place that's being followed by the leadership, so we always have Pinot
Yes.
Grigio.
yes, something
Okay.
like that. Like there's
Checks and
a check.
balances.
Yes,
Mm.
something of that sort.
So there's nothing else other than that, though. Like
I'm sure
Anything
as
we could
soon
change.
as we turn
We
the
got the-
cameras off, I'm going to think of 10
yeah, we've got the
things, but-
TV now. We're gonna link everything up with the videos, and we're gonna have your picture
Yeah,
up
that-
there.
I
Front
don't-
desk person, cleaner booking system.
Well, yeah, like sometimes I feel like we have 10 different people answering the phones because it's teamwork and that's totally fine. But then sometimes,
So maybe having 10 people answering the phones, however, but answering the same exact way, following the same exact system.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting roasted here.
sorry.
That's cool. But that's what I need. Like
Yeah.
I need to have that kind of
I don't
feedback.
think anything's bad at all. It's definitely a great salon.
Is it fun?
Everything, and I feel like we're all going through the motions together, figuring it out together.
Yeah, because this whole thing that I've tried putting together over here, I've never done before in a salon.
And I've never
Experience it?
this kind of salon. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Well, it's a PMA.
yeah, that's what I mean.
How is the PMA? Do you even like?
Notice?
Yeah.
No.
It runs pretty much the same
I'm
as a
like,
salon.
oh, sign in real quick.
Do your clients ever ask you weird questions about it?
Not really. I kind of just tell them we have a bar, and if you drink and leave, we're not liable. Please sign. And they say, okay.
Your clients like our selection of alcohol?
Yeah, they love it. And when they don't know and they come in like new people, if nobody told them, they're like, oh my God, I got to come later in the day and get a drink.
You have clients that drink in the morning too.
I do have a few clients that drink in the morning. And
ever
I
talk
make
to
sure
them?
their drink is ready for them when they get there. They love it. They appreciate it.
It's kind of like
And they like their haircut more,
they do a lot more.
a lot more.
Do you ever feel bad giving them a drink at 9 a.m.?
No,
Like they have a
they
problem?
wanted it. They asked
They need
for
it?
it.
Younger people watching Deneen. Because Deneen's like our, I can't say mother. You're like the big sister in the salon.
Okay.
You are.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take big
Not like a
sister for
mom.
now.
Yeah. Because like the younger girls look up to you. The older girls, I think
Who are the
you
older
the oldest
girls?
one.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
Are you the old lady now?
no.
Except for Anne.
Does Patricia count?
Trisha's like 20.
And Jess is older than me.
Really?
Yeah,
You look older than everybody.
I look older.
Just
than you.
kidding.
Sorry. Am I not allowed to curse?
No, you are experience-wise behind the chair in the salon, the big
Mother
sister.
goose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girls who don't have access to Deneen, like the girls in the salon do, what advice do you have for them?
Like just starting out.
Yeah, like they're in a salon, they're unhappy, they're like,
If you're
I
unhappy,
fucking hate this
leave.
job. How many times have you thought about quitting this career
Mm,
this
I
week?
can't even count. This week, at least 5. And it's
In-
Thursday.
Yeah. In general, like from hair school to where you are now, take us through the highs and lows because you're in a good mood, you're in a good place, you're making good money.
I mean, mid cosmetology school, I called my parents and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going to be a dental hygienist.
Really?
Yep. And I was crying and they were like, nope, you're finishing, you're doing it. And I was so mad. And now I'm so happy that I did because I do not want to be cleaning people's teeth.
You know, I dropped out of hair school.
Did you?
My first hair school I went to, I dropped out.
Which one was it?
Libs. Long Island Beauty School.
Oh,
It was 97. That was the year.
I was 4.
hmm I went. I'm like, fucking rollers. What is this shit about? Because my sister did hair, and I was like, oh, cool, highlights and hot girls, and this is gonna be great.
I'm
And
the
everyone
only
had,
man around them.
it was great, and like, everyone had like a fucking Mercedes, and they were wearing Gucci. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna make so much money. And in the salon, they were doing fun haircuts, and I got the hair school. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in hair school right now and you're watching this particular podcast, it gets way better.
Oh, it's way better.
Trust me.
It's literally just to pass your test. And then
Which they should change the whole test anyway. However,
I feel
because
like they might be getting there.
maybe, I mean, there is, now that I'm thinking about it, like in hindsight, you do need those skills, like
Yeah.
the basic skills just to get by, like learn how to actually cut hair and style hair.
Yeah.
But
But like, I don't think I've ever done a pin curl outside of cosmetology school.
you didn't actually wrap up a blowout set or like a blowout and pin it in,
But not
Use a
like
brush set?
what were the ones that were like flat against
Oh,
the
like
head?
like finger waves.
No, there was
pin-
finger like
oh, the
we
pin
had
curls,
to do
yeah,
the
yeah.
pin curls against the head.
Yeah, but you don't do updos or anything.
Yeah, well, I would hope nobody's asking for that.
Why don't you do updos?
I hate them. Too much anxiety, OCD. I'll take the whole thing down and start over. It's bad.
Why do you have anxiety?
It
'Cause you
probably
don't drink?
stems from my childhood.
Let's talk about it.
Nelson.
Someone who has anxiety, because this career could bring you so much anxiety.
Yeah.
How do you cope? What do you do?
I mean, I feel like I just pushed through it. Like, I definitely, when I first started, especially taking clients, assisting, like, you're shampooing them, nobody really. You start building a relationship with people then, but so it makes it a little easier. But when you're behind the chair and you get a new client and you don't know, it's definitely
I forget what that's like.
me too. But I'm kind of happy. I just feel like I knew that was an awful feeling. You don't know what they're about to say. And
Or when
now
they
I
question
see them
you.
coming and I'm like, I already know everything. I know what they're going to say. I know what I'm going to say. Like, you already have it planned out in your
Because
head.
you put the reps in already.
Yeah.
It doesn't come overnight. You can't, I don't think you could teach that in like a course or a class. Like the technical skill, yes, but the relationship building, you only
And
get
just
that.
everybody's different. It's not like cookie cutter, like everybody needs something different. So you really got to think about it.
How long have you been doing hair for?
What is it?
You, like
20
10 years?
12?
12? Wow.
12 or 13.
You could encapsulate 12 years of hair knowledge. 3 tips to give to somebody who's watching this right now.
Could have prepared me for this.
It's more better. It's
More better.
It's better like this.
Much more better.
What are the 3 pieces of advice you wish somebody told Deneen when she was 21 or 22 when you first started?
If
really
you're
getting
unhappy
busy?
in a salon, leave. If you are struggling and you really do love doing hair, like you actually have a passion but you're struggling and want to quit, don't quit. Stick it out. Keep going. Change salons, maybe try different haircuts or see where else you can fall. And like, don't sell yourself short. You're worth more than you think. Like, don't be scared to raise your prices. Don't be scared to, if they don't want to pay it, then they'll go
don't pay it.
somewhere else. And I'm sure they'll be back.
But who will pay it? Somebody.
Somebody will pay it.
It's true.
And usually I've experienced most of them come back.
What do you like better? Clients who,
Oh, no.
what do you think the better clients lie? The more expensive services they'll pay for, or like when you budget or like you discount people? Like, because a lot of people feel like, oh, I can't raise my prices because people won't pay it. But in actuality, they don't complain. Like the higher paying clients who don't mind paying $100 for a haircut, they're less picky.
They
Do you-
usually are.
Yeah. Do you find like that is true
Yeah.
for you too?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my pickiest people are the ones that don't want to
Mm.
spend as much
Stop being cheap, picky people. Are you picky?
with,
Anything
pretty much.
with everything?
Yeah.
Like your roots that were hot today.
Yeah, and they're still red right now, so hopefully you can't tell.
Who does your hair?
It's not that person's fault. But Nicole does my hair. It's not her fault. It is not her fault. My hair is just very difficult.
So do you have a better understanding of what it's like to be a difficult client when they have difficult hair because you're also difficult?
I say all the time that if I didn't do hair and I was getting my hair done, I would have changed hairdressers 10 times because my hair just takes not what it doesn't do what it should.
How do you handle that when it happens to a client of yours?
Well, now I feel like I'm better prepared for that because I go
'Cause of
through
me.
it with me. I just straight up tell them, I'm like, honestly, sometimes it could be a medication you're taking. Your hair takes different, whatever it is. I'm like, it happens to my hair all the time and they immediately feel better because it's true. I'm like, don't worry, my hair does the same thing.
My
We're
hair
going to
turns
fix
black
this.
right
I'm
away.
like, my hair turns black with a 7N. It's fine.
That's wild to me.
Yeah,
don't get
that's
that.
what's on my ends right now, a 7.
That's 7.
And we didn't even leave it on the full time. This is 6 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta do your hair.
I'm scared.
No, I have to do.
Black
I'm gonna do your hair.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it to work.
Okay.
All right. So, what did we learn here, everybody? Take us through a recap.
Oh, I was like, are we waiting for them to answer?
No, I want you to
Need a
answer.
recap.
Recap what we went over today.
No.
Why not?
I feel like I can't
Recap it.
remember.
Denine's in a good place right now.
Denine's happy. Nick loves it. Nick thinks I do a great job.
The most important thing you're going to take away today is if social media is a challenge for you, if you feel like I suck at posting, what is one area you could focus on from Denine's mouth, who is a busy stylist? Like I've seen you kind of progress throughout the last couple months, getting busier. And like you said, you haven't posted in 2 years.
Sorry.
What should they focus on?
Just stay consistent.
Nope.
No? Well, then why'd you
The
ask me?
relationship.
Oh, their relationship.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't good at tests.
Because very few people think about this as, they think of it more transactional, when in reality it's more relational. More relationship. Oh, what's the word? James, what's the word for that? More relational. There you go.
I don't think that was right.
But I think you don't make it transactional. And I think that is the part of the magic you have in salon is you're effortlessly, when you raise a price, it's just,
I've never been called effortless. Thank you.
yeah, it's like you just raise your price, nonchalant. You're not stressed
Yeah.
about it. It is what it is. And your clients are, okay, cool.
And I keep my old clients that have been coming to me for 10 years, I keep most of their prices.
Yeah.
It's more,
What-
I have a good
Do
relationship.
you do what I do? Like I'll do a 20% increase and then they get a 10% discount.
So I'll kind of maybe raise like $10. Like if something was raised
Yeah.
like $30, I'll maybe raise them $5 or $10 just to
Yeah.
make it like a happy medium.
And so I have like a VIP pricing, which everyone's like, oh, you can't do that. But I was extremely busy behind the chair. For people who never worked with me before and like who watch me on my show, because now I just talk about owning a salon, because you saw me do hair behind the chair, right?
Yes,
Was I busy?
all the time. He'd have like 6 people at once, and he would take all the assistants. It was so annoying.
Did it run smooth though?
Yeah. The day came to an end. Everybody left. Everybody's hair was done.
Did I stress?
Nope, he didn't give a flying hoot.
Do you do that now?
I've always worked double. I won't,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'll have 3 people at a time, but that's it. I won't take 6 or 7. I don't have all the assistants like you do.
But I felt like I had it kind of handled.
No, you did. You also, your clients didn't care. Like they could let somebody that just got out of high school blow their hair out, and my clients would be like, no.
What's the difference there?
They're like, I'm paying for a blowout. I want a good blowout. You know?
How can I pull it off though?
Because your client, you'll be like, oh, you look great. And they're like, okay. Half their head's wet. Like they look crazy. And they're like, okay, Nick said.
I love it. All right, Denine. So
Still got some time.
I want to talk about Pilates.
I want to talk about Pilates too.
James, jump in with Pilates.
James, I feel like you two should come to a Pilates class.
I think I want to go.
We can do that. Make some content.
Because
Rebel
you're
Core and
always
Roseland's,
injured.
baby.
You're always injured.
I'm
Or-
always
I'm not injured. You always got something wrong with your body.
No, yeah, I have a really bad back.
Yeah. Like you're always kind of fucked up in one way, shape, or form.
Thank you.
And it's like you can't eat this. Your skin's falling off. You got this going on.
Yep.
Her
You're a
hair's
trooper.
falling apart.
I'm a
But
pain.
I've seen now the last, how many months Pilates been going on in your life?
Almost a year.
Like Janine transformed into like an athlete.
I'm Olympian.
I want to try Pilates.
I told you to come.
I have to go. We're actually gonna film live from the Pilates studio,
Yeah, we're gonna do content.
Okay.
and we're gonna do it.
That I will gladly do content
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first. I'm saving that clip because
Save
Denise
it.
hates.
I want
doing
to talk about
content.
because everyone I like working out. I like walking. I like doing moving. Pilates though, like in terms of I think for a hairstylist to be flexible and strong, how does that support your body?
It definitely helps a lot. I feel like it like leans you out a little bit.
Does it keep you flexible?
Yes.
Has it helped your back at all? Not at all. It made it worse.
Honestly, it doesn't make it worse or make it better. I just have to modify certain like ranges of movement when I'm there
Is it
for certain workouts.
is it from doing hair your back hurts, or is it from just
I don't know. We're in the
being
process of
20?
figuring that out.
with who?
Doctors.
Why don't you see Dr. Rob?
Yeah, why don't you go see
I've already
Dr.
done
Rob?
chiropractors, all that. I'm
not a
seeing it like
chiropractor.
a
No, Dr. Rob will make your back better.
okay.
Yeah, why don't you have like an inversion table?
Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's going to be the second live with her. Why don't you do that?
I don't know.
I have one. I should bring it in.
Where am I putting that in a
I'll
studio
put it in here.
apartment? All right,
And we'll swing upside down and walk away for like 20 minutes.
that's fine. Honestly.
It really helped my back a lot.
Well, thanks for telling me now.
Yeah,
It's been
because
like
it's
7 months of trying
did
to
you get in a
figure
car
this
accident or
out.
anything?
No, like nothing happened.
You just, hey, Aunt. Aunt's back there doing stuff.
Yeah, what is that?
It's his meditation music. I understand. You like our studio the way it is?
Meditates at 12 p.m.
Anthony, because he's on mushrooms.
I love the studio. It looks cute.
Does it look like a doctor's office still?
No, it's so much better. That was like a
Yeah,
therapist.
finally,
office.
Nick listened to James. Hey, put
I'm
some
gonna actually
stuff
get a
back
new
there.
wall for the back.
I told him it looked like a bad therapy session.
But I'm going to put these
Pictures of me.
like these wooden pallets on that wall, like slats.
Pallets.
It's going to be soundproof too.
It's gonna look really cool.
It's going to look better.
I mean, soundproof. It doesn't matter who's listening to us, James.
Everyone.
Oh, there's a lot of people listening right now.
Well,
Who's
like
on here?
here.
Hey, Deneen, who's listening? Give a shout out to somebody.
Why are you yelling
Your
at me?
client. Deneen.
I thought you were asking
Who
James.
they just jumped in now? I'm on Q&A for Deneen, James.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's put it in
Live.
the chat.
Guys, if you got a question for Deneen, James, you can get the other questions too going. Deneen's on the spot
I'm
right here.
instantly sweating.
Why?
Be nice, guys. I don't know.
We got one going?
Hold on.
So Deneen is a 12-year veteran of doing hair. She's one of my team members, so she can give you all the gossip on how I don't show up for the team. But
Yep.
yet I'm teaching people how to do
I
it.
love to gossip too.
And she likes housewives.
Oh, yes.
Ask her any question.
Bravo.
Live.
I basically.
Whether it's building a business, whether it's not, whether it's saving money, whether it's investing money, whether it's having an LLC. You are an LLC, correct?
Yes.
Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy
I
getting
don't really
all?
do anything my accountant does.
But do you enjoy getting all your money rather than paying it to the government?
I'm not gonna lie, it gives me anxiety.
Why?
Of just like
Don't you
I
like
feel
having
like I'm
write-offs, though?
accidentally gonna like do something and then go to jail.
Why would you go to jail?
I don't know.
You realize that you are a United States citizen. You cannot go to jail for
Go.
that.
Got it.
You're an American.
You should study your rights there, Deneen.
You should.
Important.
I should study
And you're a
lot of
business owner.
things.
You can deduct so much shit.
I do.
All your meta ads that you do, or your Instagram and Facebook ads and Google ads that you don't run, you can write that off.
I don't.
Your scissors, your dinners with your friends when you
Oh,
talk about
trust
their
me,
hair.
everything's written off.
Good. Don't tell too many people. They're watching.
No, I know.
James,
Don't
you got
worry.
questions?
If I ever get arrested, I always say you're the first person I'm going to call.
Who, me?
It'll probably be on
About-
Do Not
I
Disturb.
won't answer.
My man Rafael the barber in Raleigh says, should I start an LLC or do a membership salon?
Oh, you mean like a PMA?
Yeah.
I love the PMA structure, personally, but they're two different things. PMA just takes you out of the public domain, so you don't worry about the state board busting your balls about anything. Having a structured LLC gives you the benefits to all like the tax write-offs and everything in that area. So you can do both, to be honest with you. Like Deneen is one of my team members. I don't have employees, by the way, and she has her own LLC. So now she's entitled to run a business just like I have a business.
Like I'm technically self-employed almost.
Yeah, from your
right?
own
Yeah.
company. And I just think that's the way to do it. I don't really restrict you. I don't
No,
control your work environment.
no.
You can make your own pricing. You can,
Make your own hours.
yeah, within reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that having an LLC is definitely the way to go. I think educating your team on how to actually do it is important as well. Like I don't pour into you. You have an accountant, but if you didn't have an accountant, I would sit down with you and show you the best way to not
I
get
just
arrested.
give everything to Kevin. Hope for the best.
Does he save you money?
Yeah.
Is that Nelson's accountant too?
No,
No. Do you like working with Nelson? For your-
working with
for
Nelson.
Your accounting?
What do you mean?
So anyway, and for the PMA, but for accounting, I'm talking about. Like, would you ever sit with your dad and talk about how to structure your business.
Yeah, but now, like, since I'm the baby and he's gotten older, he literally doesn't care. He's like, whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
So I got a funny story. So people who are watching, obviously you brought up the PMA just now. So Deneen, when you first started working here, do you remember this conversation? Me and your dad and you were on a 3-way call.
Yeah, and my dad's boss was there because my dad didn't understand it, so he would explain it all to us at
What
the
it-
end. Because I was like, I don't know what this guy's saying. I think I'm joining a cult.
Well, I completely forget what it's like to have someone come on to the team now. 'Cause I think
It
I
was-
talked to Brianna's
And
father,
it was like still
like a different language.
newer. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it made no sense. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? He wants me to be in a cult, and I think I'm going to join it.
How can you explain that, like that whole conversation? Because I'm curious to know from your perspective.
Well, I didn't know how to explain it.
No, to us now, like the experience of going through it with your dad and some
Well,
other
it was
guy.
a lot because obviously I value his opinion. He's going to help me the most. And when I told him, he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't know. I think I'm like my own employee, but I still his employee, but I have to make an LLC and don't pay my taxes. And my dad was like, no, we're going to talk about this. Because then you start talking about the Constitution and
This is an interview
Independence
process I go
Day.
through.
Yeah, like he's talking, throwing all these things at me. Awful, don't know. So I told my dad, and
What'd your dad's boss say?
he was like, we hung up the phone. He goes, he sounds legit. All of his points are valid. And we were like, okay,
Wow,
what do we know?
it's a good thing I know my shit.
You know,
All that was
I
made
don't
up,
know
by the way.
Constitution.
No, it's
I'm
like
he could be lying.
It
to
definitely
me.
wasn't made up.
no. The fact you guys talk about PMAs and you ask that question, it's really important. You do know the Constitution. Like if you don't understand your basic rights as an American, then you're gonna have a hard time defending yourself in court with the town or with the state board, the attorney general. Because I write all my letters to the attorney general for New Jersey. Like I'll speak to whoever comes in to try and give us a fine, not Deneen. Clearly,
I feel like you should do a podcast on that.
On a
Break
PMA?
down the Constitution for the people that don't want to read it.
I think I've done it before.
We should just get a constitutional lawyer in here.
Ooh,
Well, that's a good one.
we're onto something.
We are on something.
See?
I want to sit
Big
down.
brain
with
on
that
Brad
person.
over here.
You have your state constitution, then you have your federal constitution. And as a PMA, you got to make sure that you're protected under both of them. And what is it in each one of those constitutions that give you the protection? So, like, if you do a PMA, which a lot of my clients are now entering into that realm,
Do.
yeah, if you do a PMA, you have to understand. You can't just open a PMA and be like, all right, you can't come in here. Like, you have to understand what your rights are. Like, the fire marshal came to my other salon before, trying to tell us that we need to do this and that, and technically, we're not open to the public. So,
You kicked them out.
whatever things happen like that you need to instill to protect the public, you don't necessarily have to do as a private salon. But I completely forgot that I had that conversation with your dad and his boss that one day.
Yes. I was like, you're on speakerphone with his boss.
That's funny.
Nick really wanted me to work here.
I did.
Went through all that.
I remember that. How long ago? How long have you been
March
here for?
is 3 years.
That's it?
Yeah.
Feels like 10.
Yeah, I know. You're telling me.
Jesus, I think it's time to go.
I got a couple questions.
Yeah, fire through, James.
We got which should I start first? Open a LLC, open a business account, or lease or purchase a space?
It depends how busy you are,
Yeah,
right?
I think the first thing you should do is start a trust. An irrevocable, personally, that's probably your best bet for right now. An irrevocable trust, it's a private document, you create it yourself. Have that trust open the LLC. So you don't personally own the LLC, the trust will own the LLC. And then that way you have a couple layers of protection for all your assets. Then while you own the LLC will rent the space that you're going to open a salon in. So it's called the wealth matrix. You want the trust, then the holding company LLC, and then your operating LLC, which is what your salon will actually function under. Then everything flows up because they're all single owner LLCs that flow up to the trust. And then if someone ever falls in your salon, there's nothing really the salon LLC owns. So the person who tries to sue you gets nothing. That's what you would do, right?
Yep.
That's how you're set up?
No idea.
Perfect. Next
So
question, James.
I got a question for Deneen. What advice would you give someone considering a career in hairstyling?
Do it.
Okay. Elaborate.
Do it.
So you were a dental hygienist you were going to be, or a hairstylist?
Oh, there was. I feel like.
A
I
realtor?
what?
A realtor?
No, I didn't really go through that. I went through that phase like 2 years ago.
Do you like free? Do you have freedom?
don't-
Do you feel
I
like? Do you have? Deneen takes like 15 vacations a year, by the way.
I do not. I have
She
a
has-
lot of friends getting married that I have to
Where
take
was
off
my
for.
invite on vacation?
Okay.
It's like a bachelorette party on like.
a wedding
once a
in
month.
another country. It's not my fault.
Then she's going to Greece soon. Did you book that trip yet?
No, January I'm gonna book it.
Okay, let me know when. We'll do a whole salon trip. But-
What was the question again? I
Like
forgot.
advice for a hairdresser. We kind of went through that already. If you're just getting
No, it
onto the
was
live now, but
if you want to become
if
a
you wanna be.
hairdresser.
like,
I-
can you live with the help of no man, correct?
No man.
Like no man
Nope.
supports you.
Nope.
You pretty much have
Everything. I
everything you want. You don't
I
stress.
could use a puppy, but
yeah,
yeah.
that's you got to take care of a puppy.
Yeah.
You don't stress about money, correct?
No, I'm very comfortable.
If you want to buy anything, you could pretty much buy it.
Yes.
And how many hours a week do you work? You think 5?
6.5. No, 35.
Yeah. But
I think.
you come in today.
But
you got
then
in.
also, like, I'll stay late or come in late. Like, it kind of depends.
She has a lot of flexibility. So if you if you truly like freedom, you're gonna find a salon that can support what you want out of the career. I would say in the beginning, find a little more structured of a salon.
Yeah.
That way you can build good
But
habits.
it
and-
also can be dangerous. You have to make sure you really are like driven, because if you do have that much freedom, you could slack off and make no money.
yeah, that's why I think having a structured environment
Yeah,
first.
start with a structure and
Because we're not like we're not a, I would say the best fit for somebody who needs that structure.
yeah, no.
Where we're at, we need to you need to be like at 8 o'clock you got to be here, and then you got to have a class
I feel
every
like
Monday
when
at
you're
12.
first starting out, a good structured salon, and then once you start building your clients through them and everything, then go
So
somewhere.
My structure is like this now. What I'm thinking, you need to, what I teach salon owners, be structured in the beginning. Like you could have W-2 employees, get them structured, like mandatory classes, that whole
Yeah,
all that shit. Then you need a what's next, because they can go to a suite or they can open their own place. So if we do our structure where you slide up, potentially you could max out at 70% commission at a
Yeah.
certain threshold. And that would be what you're making in a suite or with your own space.
yeah,
So having the what's next for them where they could form their own LLC, you think that combination of both, so you can be in a structured environment, and then as you're making money, you're getting more established to be like, all right, Nick, I'm ready to be my own business now.
yeah. I think that's good, but definitely make sure you're like well established then.
Because
Because sometimes that takes a little while. It's not overnight
how many years did it take you?
to like actually have like solid clients. I remember in cosmetology school, my teacher said 5 years. You're going to, by 5 years, everything's going to click. You're going to understand everything better. And I would say 5 or 6 years behind the chair. It's a long time. But
It probably took me
stick it
like
out.
10 years. On and off, though.
yeah, you were.
I went to the
all over
Marine Corps,
place,
yeah.
So
And I
feel
bounced
like
around. I
it's
did a bunch.
basically
I lived
ends
in
up
DR.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we
would say
do
about
have
5.
a couple more questions.
Yeah, fire through, James.
coming in. But Deneen, your client did just get here.
How do you know that?
Someone came to the door.
Like,
Yeah.
how does he know that?
Yeah, Patricia
time
came
is
to
it?
let me know.
Oh, all right. Can you?
Ask one more question.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the hardest skill to master as a stylist?
I feel like dealing with impossible people.
Ooh, communication.
Yeah. Somebody that like doesn't understand why you can't give them exactly what they want, even if it's just in the first session or something. Some people will try and just force you into it. And I've done that when I first started.
It's like a really bad date.
Just kidding. I've done that in the beginning, and then you regret it. You have to stick to your guns. You know it better. Like some people are just absolutely impossible. They're rude. They will talk down to you, but you just got to learn to wipe it, like brush it off. And
Communication. You're right. Having the ability to believe in yourself and be like, I'm a professional.
put your foot down.
Yeah, because no one walks into a doctor's office and be like, I don't feel good. I think it's my right knee. Operate now. But in our industry, they come in like, I saw this picture. I want this picture. I'm a level 1. I have jet black hair. I want to be blonde. My friend said she can do it.
And everything's AI now
Yeah.
too.
Like,
Nothing looks realistic.
So
and
just, be confident and respect yourself enough not to let someone walk all over you
Yeah.
as well. I think that's what a lot of people get scared of. Like,
yeah,
don't think less of your career
It's
because you're a
intimidating.
hairstylist. Like you honestly, you're no different than a doctor or a lawyer. And if you think that we're different because we went to hair school, you can go fuck yourself because
agreed.
we're all professionals. I have made more money behind the chair than some of my friends who are doctors. That's just a fact. Like at the end of the day, what I brought home in my pocket, I don't pay like whatever the insurance. What's it when you fuck somebody up?
Ask me.
Malpractice insurance. I don't have any of that stuff. And I was more profitable as a hairstylist than they were as a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every surgeon in the world, but I'm saying there's a lot of people out there who own multiple salons or own product lines.
Yeah. There's ways.
Yeah. In this industry, you
I
have to
hate
totally
when
respect.
Say we just play with hair.
It's fucking
hate
retarded.
it.
I hate that. I can't really say that, but yeah, it's stupid.
So silly.
Because you can do hair, you could create a product line, you can sell products, you could start a knowledge company, you can create a course, like you could teach people how to cut,
Yeah.
how to color. That's what when I stepped away from the salon, that's what I jumped into. Like I learned how to create the what's next for you. So if Deneen came to me and was like, hey, tired of doing hair, I want to teach girls how to do highlights, let's say. As an example, I'm not saying you're going to do that. I can have the whole entire framework to give to you how to market it, how to package it, how to sell it, everything. Even give you a platform to do it on, where we could partner on. And then you can now take that career to the next level.
Yeah.
You will have to post on social media, though, if you want to do that.
Well,
Because if you would have amassed 250,000 followers, and let's say 1% of 1/3 of that audience bought your program for $97 a month, which isn't that expensive. Do you know how much that is?
no, I just feel like you're trying to con me into something right
No,
now.
no. It's 80 grand a month residual, recurring
We'll
revenue.
get there. But
But anyway, respect the fact that you are a professional and don't let people make you feel less because you do hair.
yeah.
So, with that said, I think Deneen's client's here.
Sorry,
Deneen,
guys.
we got to do it again.
Yep.
Once a week, we're going to go live. Me and Deneen. This will be your social media content right here. What do you have to say to people before you go?
The people love Deneen. They want more.
Yeah.
We want more.
That's because where the camera's
want
angled
more.
at.
Yep, we had tight crotch shot.
Is it? Oh, you're welcome. Happy Thursday. I don't know. This wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was like,
Thanks.
we're going to chill. We're going to actually do it with every single person in here in the salon. Start bringing them on.
You and Bree should do one.
All right. We put Brie in the middle.
Yep.
All right. If you want to hear more Deneen, well then we're gonna do more Deneen. So drop a little thing. We love Deneen, and we're gonna have her come back on next week or the week after because it's Christmas time. It might get crazy.
The week after
But
is probably even crazier.
Say
but
something to somebody.
I
Anybody.
love you, Mom.
Where can they find you on social media that you don't post?
She doesn't post on social media, so just here's her cell phone number: 973.
519. Hair _ Deneen.
Is that your number, by the way?
Denean. It starts with that, yeah, but I wasn't going to finish.
We know what they can do.
What?
Use every combination after that and find your number.
If you do that, you deserve it.
All right.
Somebody's calling me.
That was the person watching right now live. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.